citizens, private companies, market men and women, professional civil servants and other categories of workers. This is your station. Just visit the marketing department of Pensioners
106.7 FM.
Agbari Gonireke Ibadan, and you will be glad.
The time is 1 o'clock. Good afternoon. Here is news around the world on Pensioners 106.7 FM. Agbarigo Onireke Ibadan. I am BABAFEMI. OBIDEYI. Federal government crafts 10-year national development plan. Internally displaced people in Republic of Congo free fighting in Ituri region. Qatar ruler appoints new prime minister. And in sports, Barcelona to replace injured Luis Suarez. Now the news in full. The National Assembly complex in Abuja witnessed the presence of members of the Senate and House of Representatives following their resumption from recess. The lawmakers arrived in scanty numbers today at their respective legislative chambers after the break, which lasted almost 6 weeks. At the upper chamber of the National Assembly, President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, led the principal officers into the Legislative House and took the official prayers. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has written to the Senate, informing it that the recomposition of the board of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) would be done immediately after the Interim Management Committee had completed its audit oversight of the interventionist agency. The letter from President Buhari was read on the floor of the Senate at resumption by President of the Senate, Senator Ahmed Lawan. Minister of State, Budgets and National Planning, Prince Clem Abba, has revealed that the federal government is crafting a 10-year national development plan. According to the Director of Information in the Ministry of Budgets and National Planning, Victoria Abata, Abba said that these are the meeting with the Japanese ambassador, extraordinary and plenipotentiary to Nigeria, Yutaka Kikuta, in Abuja. Prince Abba disclosed that the National Development Plan would be broken down into 2 5-year medium-term plans from which the annual budgets would be drawn. He expressed the government's readiness to make the process of the National Development Plan very inclusive, while he claimed that the federal government had made tremendous progress in its effort at repositioning the nation's economy and working to sustain the January-December budget cycle. Senate President Ahmed Lawan has sought restructuring of the security architecture in the fight against insecurity in the country. Lawan made a call at a news conference that held in Abuja while briefing journalists on what Nigerians should expect from the Senate as it resumes after a 6-week recess. He said there is a need for proper security architecture restructuring as the present system appears not to give Nigeria the type of outcome needed. Lawan further said, be it federal, state or local government, even the traditional rulers or others, the most important thing is to secure the lives and properties of Nigerians. He urged the legislature and executive to be honest in the fight against insecurity in the country, as there are so many happenings destabilizing communities across the country. Osun State government has confirmed the outbreak of Lassa fever disease in the state. It was learned that one of the patients of Lassa fever ran away from where she was receiving treatment at OAU Teaching Hospital in Ife. The Commissioner for Health in the state, Dr. Rafiu Isamotu, confirmed that there were 2 cases of Lassa fever in the state. He said that he was not briefed about the patient with the disease that escaped from where she was kept for treatment at the OAUTH. This is Pensioners 106.7 FM. Let's now talk some pension and labor stories around the world. You're welcome back. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Malam Muhammad Musa Bello, has commenced the payment of the new national minimum wage of 30,000 naira to staff of the FCT administration, clearing 4 billion naira arrears of the minimum wage from April 2019. The Director, FCT Treasury Department, Ismaila Ishaku, disclosed this while speaking in Abuja. The director, who assured FCT workers of their January salaries this week, also noted that the move by the FCT administration to pay minimum wage arrears at once was to enable workers start the new year on a financially stable note. Ishaku, while calling on workers to intensify their efforts in the discharge of their duties, assured civil servants in the FCTA of the minister's commitment to the prompt payment of salaries and other welfare packages due to them. A $30 billion British pension fund has threatened to sack investment managers that do not take action on the climate crisis, criticizing the sector as not fit for purpose. Brunel Pension Partnership, which manages pension money for 9 councils in southwest England, as well as for the Environment Agency, said it will review the mandates of asset managers that do not reduce exposure to climate risk by 2022. The Bristol-based pension fund will demand that companies in which it invests take steps to align their emissions with targets agreed at the 2015 Paris Climate Summit. Brunel will vote against the reappointment of board members of companies that are not doing enough and could also sell its stakes from 2022 onwards. Its new policy reflects the increasing pressure on the role of the asset management sector in abating the climate crisis. You're still on to Pensioners 106.7 FM, Ibadan. Now to other stories. Hundreds of internally displaced persons, IDP, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, have been forced to flee fighting in the Ituri region. This, according to reports from a refugee reception center in western Uganda, follows increased attacks by militias on several villages. The defense officials of the United States says a military aircraft with at least 2 American service members on board crashed into the Taliban-controlled Afghan territory, posing a complicated search and recovery effort. Spokesman for United States forces in Afghanistan, Army Colonel Sonny Leggett, said there was no indication the crash was caused by enemy fire. A senior Afghan security official, who said the aircraft was completely destroyed, added that the crash left 4 foreigners all on board dead. Defense Secretary Mark Esper, speaking alongside his French counterpart at the Pentagon briefing, refused to discuss details of the crash. Qatar's ruler has appointed a new prime minister, replacing veteran regime insider Sheikh Abdullah bin Khalifa Al Thani. According to report, no reason was given for the change, and it is unsure the post of Sheikh Abdullah as Interior Minister after stepping down as Prime Minister remains. New Prime Minister, according to the government website, Sheikh Khalid bin Khalifa bin Al Thani previously visited the office of the gas-rich Qatar's ruler, Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. The Emir issued the Emiri Order No. 2 of 2020, appointing His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Khalifa bin Abdulaziz Al Thani as Prime Minister. According to report, the Emiri Order shall be effective starting from its date of issue. The deadly outbreak comes as China celebrates one of the most important dates in its calendar, Lunar New Year. In Wuhan, people have been encouraged to stay at home to minimize the spread of the virus, but residents in a block of flats found a small way to cheer each other up, regardless of the lives lost to the virus. Videos going round on social media show people shouting Wuhan Jiaoyu out of their windows, translated to Stay Strong Wuhan or Keep on Going Wuhan. According to report, more than 100 people, mostly in Wuhan, have now died as a result of the outbreak, which has spread across China and internationally. This is Pensioners 106.7 FM. We will be back with entertainment and sports stories. And now to entertainment. Burna Boy congratulates Angelique Kidjo on a win at the recently concluded Grammy Award. He took to his Twitter account to express his excitement at Angelique Kidjo's win, while he professed his love for her and every of his fans that rooted for him. In the same vein, the self-acclaimed African giant also commiserated with Kobe Bryant's family, saying if he wasn't into music, he would have played basketball, and it's all because of Kobe. Meanwhile, during her acceptance speech, Angelique Kidjo also gave Burna Boy a shout-out, and she said in the end, it's all love, respect, and mutual support. Recall that on January 26, Nigerian superstar Burna Boy lost the Grammy Award for Best World Music Album to Beninese legend Angelique Kidjo and a critically acclaimed album, Celia. Nicki Minaj's brother, Jelani Maraj, has been sentenced to 25 years to life in prison for raping his stepdaughter. A judge, Robert McDonald, pronounced the sentencing in a New York court several months after the verdict has been reached. Jelani Maraj, according to a report, was found guilty of predatory sexual assault against a child and endangering the welfare of a child in a trial that lasted less than 3 weeks. As earlier speculated, Nicki Minaj did not testify during the trial despite claims she would be by her brother's defense team. And now to sport. Barcelona might have their replacement for the injured Luis Suarez as Valencia president Anil Moti and super agent Jorge Mendes are in the Catalan capital to negotiate Rodrigo moving to the Camp Nou. Valencia owner Peter Lim and the player, though, have agreed to the move, but discussions are said to be ongoing. According to reports, the Blaugrana likely will have to splash out a substantial £60 million to land their man, but Mendes' involvement suggests a deal is close. Suarez could potentially miss the remainder of the season with a knee injury, and Spain international Rodrigo, aged 28, has struck 7 times in 27 appearances for club and country this season. To end news around the world, here is a recap of the main stories. The federal government has crafted a 10-year national development plan. Hundreds of internally displaced persons in Republic of Congo have fled fighting in the Ituri region. Qatar's ruler has appointed a new prime minister. And in sport, Barcelona moved to replace injured Luis Suarez. For any information, reach us on these mobile numbers 0802 237 3535 or 0812 188 9462 or visit us at the Pensioners House at Barigo Onireke Ibadan. The news editor is Omobolaji Akintola. On behalf of the production crew, I am Babafemi Obideyi. Good afternoon.
FM. This is Africa's model.
New year, new deal, big deal plus fantastic deal wey go drive your business, church, mosque, traditional festivals plus yearly events. Pensioners FM 106.7, the first labor radio for Africa, don stand gidigba to help you and your business event activities with invention reach plenty people for the very lowest cost per thousand. Na on top that level we dey encourage our TB customers plus the potential ones from government agencies, parastatals, corporate organizations, mosques, churches as well as traders, artisans, individuals including plus everybody say make dem take the advantage wey sit down for inside this ogbonge bumper package and give wider publicity to them activities, products and services for chicken money country people. Now new year, new dawn, make una dey run come and enjoy our ogbonge advert package wey dey pocket friendly. Make una remember say the soul of any business na in publicity, and Pensioners FM dey willing to go the extra mile for una. As the matter be so, we don prepare the sweet soup for inside pot wey dey attractive. Make una run come and taste am. Ooh la la, oh yeah! If una wan enjoy this better package, make una visit our marketing department for Oyo State Pensioners House, wey dem dey call Africa's model, wey sit down for Agbarigo Onireke Ibadan, or make una sama our marketing team on top 080 21 29 89 13 or 080 34 78 28 88. Pensioners FM 106.7, the voice of liberation.
Gbẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ gbilẹ̀ ìròyìn eré ìdárayá tí ó máa sọ fún sí gbóná girigiri bùnú gbọ́ bó ṣe ń lọ lápò eré ìdárayá lórílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà nílẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ àti káàkiri àgbáyé ní Pensioners FM ìkànnì 106.7 rédíò àgbàlódé ohun òmìnira àgbárígo onírèké Ìbàdàn láàrin aago 9:00 sí aago 10:00 òwúrọ̀ láti ọjọ́ ajé lọ́jọ́ àbámẹ́ta Monday sí Saturday. Adéròǹkè Adéṣọlá olórí sport àràkọ̀wé ìjà lálálá nípa ìròyìn eré ìdárayá yóò máa sọ bó ṣe ń gbóná girigiri ó ṣọ́ọ̀bù ẹ ò ní máyán fònà gbẹ̀gẹ́dẹ́ bí ló ti máa dùn jù ẹ má gbọ́dọ̀ kárẹ̀ ó pàṣẹ.
ọ̀yọ́yọ̀tọ̀ mi lẹ́tọ̀ ètò tó dùn yùngbàyùngbà tó jẹ́ ká méde Yorùbá ò dénúdénú tí a gbé kalẹ̀ ní iléeṣẹ́ rédíò Personals FM 106.7 ní Àgbárígo Onírèké Ìbàdàn ní dédé aago méje àbọ̀ sí mẹ́jọ alẹ́ Àlàmísì Ọlárẹ̀wájú Adéòtí àwòkọ́ èdè Àtànú Olúwàpọ̀ Fásọyìn MC Trinity àwọn látúkọ̀ ètò Ọ̀yọ́yọ̀tọ̀ mi tó máa bá yín kí ọ̀rẹ́ ará ojúlùmọ̀.